I went to a local bar and grill the other night, had myself a delicious plate of buffalo wings, and I thought the whole county is kind of a hidden little gem here in the corner of Arizona. So I thought I would talk a little bit more about Cochise County and what it's like to live here. My name is Joe, and I live off grid here in the high deserts of southeastern Arizona. And this is my channel, Off Grid Solitude. Please like, subscribe, and follow if you enjoy this type of content because it really helps the channel out. Not to keep you in suspense, the bar and grill I went to was TJ's Bar and Grill here in Sunsights. I've been there a few times and haven't been disappointed yet. So if you're passing through Sunsights, maybe you're hiking at the Stronghold, I recommend stopping by for a bite to eat. There's a lot of interest in Cochise County, mainly because it has the opt-out with building permits. And this is just simply if you build your own house, they'll let you opt out of inspections, which means you can basically build it any way you want. But it also means you'll never get a certificate of occupancy, which can prevent you from getting insurance and also getting a loan for the land. Cochise County is a lot bigger than people realize. It's 6,000 square miles, bigger than Connecticut. Cochise County is mostly high desert. In the east of Arizona, you have the low desert with Phoenix and Tucson. It's very hot. In the north, you have the mountains like Flagstaff, and that can be forested and a little bit colder. And then the rest is high desert. There are two mountain ranges in Cochise County. There's the Dragoon Mountains and the Chiricahuas. Both are very beautiful. I recommend exploring them and go hiking. If you look at a map, you'll see lots of little towns here and there, but just because they show up on a map doesn't mean there's anything there. Some of them have nothing at all. Others just have a post office. And the land is pretty similar throughout the county. So when you're looking for a place, focus on amenities. Just how far from you is the nearest gas station, is the nearest supermarket, and things like that. Schools, hospitals, doctors, dentists. All of these things are important when you need them, but they're easy to forget until you do. The biggest city is Sierra Vista. It's pretty large. It has anything you could imagine. Car dealerships, Walmarts, Target, Home Depot, and Lowe's. All sorts of restaurants. It even has a movie theater. The next town over is Bisbee. That's the county seat. So the government buildings are based out of there. It has a supermarket. It's got a few gas stations. And it also has a artsy, touristy district. So lots of things to see and do. So you can probably find what you need there. And if we continue east, we come up to Douglas. Douglas is a typical border town. A lot of the things you want will be cheaper on the other side of the border. But there's a Walmart supercenter there. There's a Home Depot, a Tractor Supply, a Harbor Freight Tools, and lots of restaurants. I've been to a few of them. Lots of delicious Mexican restaurants, and even more on the other side of the border. As we head north, there's only a couple small towns. Elfrida has a gas station and a Family Dollar. Sunsights has a Dollar General, but no gas station. And we come up to Wilcox. Now, Wilcox is a small town, but it has everything you need. It's got a lumber supply. It's got animal feed stores. It's got a Safeway supermarket with a pharmacy in it. There's a small hospital there, and a few restaurants and some gas stations and travel stops. If you're in that part of the county, you'll probably be heading to Wilcox for a lot of your needs. As we travel west, there's Benson. I think Benson is the second biggest town in the county. It has a Walmart supercenter. It's got a supermarket, gas stations, restaurants, building supply, auto repair shops, doctor offices, dentists, and just about anything you might need. If you are looking for land, pay attention to zoning, because land for sale around these towns that I mentioned will probably have a residential zoning, which might not be what you want. And there are some subdivisions around there. I guess they call them ranchettes, which might have a permissible zoning, but further restrictions on them. For example, I saw some 5-acre and 10-acre lots for sale that'll allow you to have animals, but they restrict the number. For example, up to 10 chickens or something like that, and a couple horses, and pretty much anything you would want. Enough for what most people want, but you can't have 500 pigs or 500 chickens. If you want to live cheaply, but don't want to own land, there are a lot of RV parks in this county. And I mean a lot. If you Google it, you'll just get the names of the biggest, most popular ones. But if you drive around, you'll see hundreds of them. Some of them are so small they don't even look like RV parks, but they are. So you can live there relatively cheaply. It's more expensive in the winter because we have a large influx of snowbirds, they call them. People escaping the winter. The weather is pretty mild here in the winter. By February, it's common to have days in the 60s. So it's a very mild winter. If you want to go the RV route, you'll have to do your research. Very few places will allow converted buses and things like that. They have restrictions on what kind of RV you have. And if you don't meet the requirements, you may have to off-grid it and stay on BLM land for 2 weeks at a time and keep hopping around like that. It's a nice county and it's mostly empty. Prices of land and everything have gone up, just like everywhere else in the world. And if you're interested in finding a spot, you probably want to focus on south near the border. The Douglas area still has a lot of land for sale that I can see. Or you'll be around the towns in the north. I see there's some land around Wilcox. Sun Sites is very nice. It has a lot of lots for sale still. Some of them are residential, of course. And St. David is also very nice, and I see some land for sale over there. Well, I hope this information was helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.